The USS Theodore Roosevelt is a floating city, the guardian of American society, and a place where the stakes are always high. The carrier can sail for years without refueling, thanks to its nuclear power plant. But with great power comes great responsibility. So, what would happen if such a fearsome force of power falls into the wrong hands? From the dangers of radiation to the constant threat of sabotage, let's delve into the high-stakes world of nuclear power aboard the USS Theodore Roosevelt. First, let's check out how enormous this aircraft is. As a Nimitz-class, nuclear-powered aircraft carrier, the USS Theodore Roosevelt is one of the most powerful weapons in the U.S. Navy's arsenal, and this aircraft carrier has served the U.S. Navy for more than 3 decades. Commissioned in 1986, this massive vessel was named after the 26th President of the United States, Theodore Roosevelt. It's an impressive 1,092 feet long and weighs over 100,000 tons. With a crew of almost 6,000 sailors, the USS Theodore Roosevelt is a true behemoth of the seas. From the roar of jet engines to the whir of helicopter blades, this floating runway is a symphony of motion, a place where man and machine come together in perfect harmony. Did you know that this aircraft carrier has a flight deck that spans over 4 acres? That's bigger than 4 football fields. USS Theodore Roosevelt is a floating runway, a launch pad for some of the world's most advanced aircraft. Its powerful catapult system propels fighter jets and helicopters into the sky at breakneck speeds, while the arresting gear system brings them to a dramatic stop upon landing. This enormous size makes this aircraft carrier capable of launching up to 90 aircraft in a single go, making it a formidable force in any conflict. But this isn't the most impressive thing about this giant. It is the USS Theodore Roosevelt's nuclear power plant. This power plant provides the carrier with a virtually unlimited supply of energy, allowing it to travel at high speeds for extended periods without the need for refueling. The carrier can reach up to speeds of 35 knots, making it one of the fastest ships in the Navy. But the nuclear power of the USS Theodore Roosevelt is not without its risks, as the ship's reactors contain some of the most dangerous substances known to man. At the heart of the USS Theodore Roosevelt's nuclear power plant are 2 pressurized water reactors, which generate steam to power the ship's turbines. These reactors are incredibly complex and require a highly trained crew to operate them safely. The nuclear power of the USS Theodore Roosevelt remains one of the greatest strengths. From the deserts of the Middle East to the icy waters of the Arctic, the USS Theodore Roosevelt is a symbol of American military might, a floating fortress that can strike at a moment's notice. But have all these technologies come into use for the U.S. Navy? Yes, the USS Theodore Roosevelt has been at the forefront of some of the most significant conflicts of the modern era. From the Persian Gulf War to the War on Terror, this mighty carrier has played a pivotal role in shaping the course of history. During the Persian Gulf War, the USS Theodore Roosevelt faced its first major challenge, as it launched hundreds of fighter jets against Iraqi targets. The ship's pilots flew into the heart of the action, dodging enemy fire and navigating treacherous skies. Despite facing a range of risks, the crew of the USS Theodore Roosevelt remained steadfast, determined to complete their mission at all costs. In the years that followed, the USS Theodore Roosevelt continued to serve as a key asset in the U.S. Navy, taking part in a range of operations around the world. But as the ship sailed into the War on Terror, it faces a new set of challenges, from Taliban fighters to Al-Qaeda terrorists. The crew of the USS Theodore Roosevelt knew that they were sailing into uncharted waters, where danger lurked around every corner. As the ship sailed into the unknown, the fate of the world hung in the balance, and the crew of the USS Theodore Roosevelt knew that they were the only ones who could save it. That is why the USS Theodore Roosevelt's nuclear power is a testament to the ingenuity and skill of the ship's designers and crew, and a symbol of the United States' commitment to maintain a strong and capable military. So, would you work in an aircraft carrier despite all the dangers? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe.